Hi everyone, my assigned place was Thiaroye, a small town in the state of Dhaka in Senegal. Before I start with what happened in this small town, I want to tell some facts regarding lead acid batteries. Every motor vehicle have a lead acid battery. Lead acid batteries have the highest recycling rate compared to any other product sold in the United States. Due to the increasing energy cost of pyrometallurgical lead recovery, some of the countries are adopting for the informal lead recycling. One such place is Thiaroye, a small village in Dhaka, Senegal. Between November 2007 and March 2008, a cluster of 18 deaths, which are caused by severe and rapidly progressive central nervous system disease of unexplained origin, was identified in young children living in the Guane neighborhood of Thiaroye in suburb of Dhaka. Local authorities conducted initial investigation to identify the cause of the outbreak. First, they investigated the deceased children. Of the 18 deceased children, 7 of them were male and 11 were female, and all of them were in between 1 to 6 years of age. Figure 1 shows the number of children who died per calendar week, and Figure 2 shows their geographical distribution. To gather further information, medical examination was performed on 55 siblings and mothers and 25 randomly selected members of the community. All these people showed several common symptoms which are shown in the table 1. Children showed more symptoms compared to adults, and most of the symptoms are related to central nervous system and gastrointestinal tract. Then the blood samples of all these siblings and randomly selected members were collected and tested for blood lead levels. Figure 3 shows the mean blood levels of these people. They noticed that 100% of the children tested presented levels over 10 micrograms per deciliter, the highest being over 150 micrograms per deciliter. The WHO states that any child testing over 70 micrograms per deciliter is cause for the declaration of medical emergency. These findings raise concerns that the whole population of the neighborhood, estimated at 950 inhabitants, might be intoxicated by lead. In order to prevent further intoxication, the following interventions were adopted by WHO. Lead exposure should be stopped as soon as possible, particularly in small children. Children with lead levels greater than 450 micrograms per liter should receive chelation therapy and other appropriate medical treatment. Systematic screening of all the inhabitants of Guane neighborhood are implemented. Community strategies to inform people about the health risks are implemented. Apart from WHO, local government also has initiated remediation efforts to treat the soil and immediate outlying environment. Policy changes targeted towards eliminating the market for informally used lead acid battery recycling are implemented. Senegalese Department of Women's Affairs are working towards developing alternate sources of income. Once these interventions are implemented, the average blood lead levels are again tested. It was shown that people in between the age of 1 to 5 years, there is a decrease in blood lead levels to 53.475 micrograms per deciliter. Similar decrease is also seen across other age groups, pointing towards overall downward trend in blood lead levels. Other environmental sources of lead include smelting, recycling, stripping, leaded paints, using leaded gasoline and aviation fuel, contaminated food, water, dust, cosmetics, medicines, maternal lead. And their routes of entry are also shown in the table too. Because lead is a valuable commodity, informal and unsafe lead recycling has become a widespread activity in many developing countries, exposing large population to the short and long-term harmful effects of lead. As lead intoxication is a preventable environmental illness, efforts must be taken to protect the population. Global prevention of lead intoxication requires coordination and cooperation both at national and international levels between a number of stakeholders, including the health and the environmental sectors, regulatory and law enforcement bodies, industries, and civil society. In the case of developing countries like Senegal, National efforts will also need the technical and financial support of donor organizations and international agencies. Thank you.